we're coming to your town this September with Super Heaven. If you live in Nashville, Atlanta, Fort Lauderdale, Tampa, Charleston, South Carolina, Charlotte, Pittsburgh, Cleveland, and Louisville. So if you want to see us when you live in those places or close by, then you should get tickets at superheaven.net. Okay?
Let's start the show. So for all the patrons out there, Andrew Stokes is the guy that we were thinking of. I think that's how you say his name.
Oh, is this Patreon or this main feed?
We do main feed, but if you want to hear about that episode, go to the patreon.com/quityourban while you still can.
Yes, that's just a little something for the patrons. We found the fat guy with dreads that's in recovery and who I'm disgusted by. But I'm happy for him. I wish him all the best, but he disgusts me. You can confirm that he should put fucking shoes on, right?
He should put shoes on. He should always have a shirt on.
His feet are purple.
Yeah, is that diabetic or what is that? That's something.
I mean, he definitely has something up with his feet, but like, dude, listen. I'm happy for him that he's comfortable just letting his really fucked up purple swollen feet just be on display in his social media. For those, I mean, if you're not a patron, you should be.
Yeah.
Patreon.com/quityourbrain while you still can. But yeah, we were talking about this guy and he pops up for me, which is crazy because I couldn't find him. I scrolled for, I don't want to, turn anybody away from the Patreon, but probably 30 straight minutes scrolling while we did the episode. We were talking about stuff, but I was trying to find him. And I couldn't, which is crazy because he pops up for me all the time. And I found him the other day, and I sent it to Jake. I was like, "Here, I found him," and he's pretty gross, man.
And now he just pops up for me now. So like that's on my Explorer page. I'm just doing a quick scroll through his page. I started to scroll through, and I started to throw up my mouth a bit. But yeah, dude.
Here's a weird thing about him.
The feet.
He does like. All of his content is like him. It's like a before and after, like a video of him being like while he was addicted to drugs, and then it like cuts to him doing like a dance where he's like he like whips his dreads, and it's like cuts to him now, and he's like healthy. But the thing is, none of the clips from the before when he's on drugs, he's just acting like he's on drugs.
Yeah, it would be like us, like this.
Yeah. So like,
day.
yeah, I don't know. I feel that like that's kind of a weird thing to do.
He should put on a little outfit.
He's like stumbling and like bumping into things. I'm like, I don't know. He also doesn't look any better. Like he looks fucked up.
You know what? I thought he would be a little skinnier or something, or a little more color in his face in the right way.
Dude, he looks. I mean, he did say that he was addicted to drugs for over 20 years,
and his wife is too, or his partner.
That's
drug
what
buddy?
I gather.
Daddy A Hart is the
check him out if you want to fucking
that's
puke.
What it is. DADDAYAHART. You're welcome on the show anytime if you're listening or know anyone. But I have no mutuals with him. I honestly don't know how.
I don't think I could be in the same room with the guy.
Yeah, put your feet away, man. I don't know how you found him. I don't know how you stumbled across him.
Dude, he just popped up, and I was like, ew, what's up with this guy? And I just, you know how I am with the freaks that pop up for me. I inspect them.
Like, how does that? It's crazy how the internet works, where you can just like post something one day, and next day there's people talking about you on a podcast that will never meet you in your life, and he'll never see this in his life. So,
watch, he's gonna knock on my door in like 2 weeks from now.
He's from Philadelphia. He's from Kensington. Like,
I wouldn't surprise me. I could see him being from Philadelphia
and like move somewhere south in recovery. Well, to wrap the whole story up is we're happy for him. So he's not our op.
Oh yeah, I mean, I'm happy that he's off drugs.
Yeah.
I will say this: if you're on drugs for 20 years and you have long gray dreads, once you stop doing drugs, you got to get a normal haircut.
Yeah, I mean, how you?
I don't want to sound like conservative or anything, but you got to get rid of the dreads if you get off drugs
And cover up those feet
and put your fucking shoes on.
Well, here's the thing: you can leave your shoes off, but camera from here up.
That's fair. That is fair. But, dude,
if our feet were like that, right? We wouldn't. This angle wouldn't be like this, right? Like you would be here up.
People aren't going to agree with me here.
Uh-oh.
I think that everybody's feet should be hidden from society. Nobody should know what your feet look like unless you have an intimate relationship with them.
Or you have no hands. You have to use your feet to like grab shit.
Yeah, then it's okay.
I like those people that can like play guitar. Oh, was that the video we had? The guy playing like the solo? Yeah, that just popped in my brain.
It's a sweet child of mine. It's pretty fucking awesome. But yeah, that's the only instance. And your feet better look okay. If that's, I just like don't. It's not like I'm anti-feet, but I'm just like when I don't ever want my feet. I have totally normal looking feet. Mm-hmm. My toes might be kind of long, but this is, I'm not like.
Yeah.
I don't care if people see my feet, but I'm just like, they're supposed to be in shoes. They're supposed to be covered up. I hate them. When I see a man in flip flops, it like pisses me off.
What's worse, like the open toe shoe, like if this was just like a sandal, or like a thong, like the one that
the thongs are worse.
That bothers me.
Yo, when I see a dude wearing like the tan ones that like with the leather straps.
Oh yeah. I'm not even thinking about those.
Like yo, it would be cooler if you were just wearing like the really dorky like multiple strap sandals. But like, dude, between the toes,
socks on.
yo, sandals are incredibly uncomfortable. Also, I don't buy that people are like, well, they're just like you slip them on. I'm like, dude, wear Crocs or something.
I wear these. Dude, I love these. I just slide,
dude,
slide them on.
I don't think there's anything wrong with just slipping something on, but. If you're gonna slip something on, your toes got to be sheathed.
That's why
you got to put the dogs away.
Is it like I feel like it's instilled in me in my like nature of a human that I want to protect that.
That's what I'm saying.
I want to cover over it.
Well, I guess I don't need to cover. I don't need to maintain his anonymity. Zach ripped his fucking toenail off because he was wearing Birkenstocks the one time.
Oh yeah,
with his bare feet out.
It got real bad.
And he fucked his foot up for like a year.
I forgot about that.
And dude, my thing is like I have a phobia of my fingernails like getting ripped off.
That's a pretty bad torture.
Like, dude, I don't
want that torture.
I want my toes protected at all times. And I just think when I see other people, I'm like, yo, you don't even like, yo, have you ever seen somebody like skateboarding with bare feet?
Yeah, I don't know how it doesn't like
longboarding with. I'm like, dude, even if you're going faster than like 10 miles an hour, and like you hit a rock and have to jump off your board, it's gonna hurt the fuck out of your feet, man,
dude.
I just think you should wear shoes if you're outside.
It's at the very least, you don't need to always have your shirt on, but why not put a shirt on? Is what I say. I like to be fully covered. I'm with those that religion that covers them whole selves. That could be me.
Muslims.
That's the one.
I think it's okay to have your shirt off.
Yeah. You can. Me, I'm not. Is what I'm saying.
I'm trying to become a shirt off guy. I think this is my year.
I don't have the confidence for that. And the thing is, you can be like super good in shape, and you can still get a bad angle of you with your shirt off, and it would look like sitting down and like hunched over, and you could still look kind of bad.
It is weird that some people look fine with no shirt on, and they're not in shape.
Yeah, I'm jealous of those people. They don't have to do anything. They're the people that could like do like.
Well, I don't mean people that are in shape and they don't exercise.
No. They just look in shape and they don't do shit.
They just look fine.
You're like, you want to go out to eat, and they're like always down to eat. They never think about calories. They might. Like, oh yeah, I love candy. They eat the same thing we eat and worse, and they just look better and better and better. I don't get it. It's not fair. But
I will say I eat really bad, and I should look worse than I do.
Well, I was gonna say, if you were following along to the last episode, you're the healthiest man alive.
I'm Mr. Healthy.
Maybe that is the physique that everyone's looking for.
Well, dude, I forget if I said it on the last episode, but I've been taking fiber, and it has improved my life times 10.
My life improved. I haven't been taking as much fiber, but it kind of like jump-started my body back a little bit.
Dude.
Like I was falling apart, man.
I think the best thing you can do for your health is to take fiber regularly. I mean, it's probably best to have like a high fiber diet, but I don't. So I take a fiber supplement, and
they make supplements for a reason to supplement.
Exactly.
Not eating it, so
exactly. And dude,
supplements good.
First of all, wiping my butt has never been easier.
Clean wipes.
I don't mean to.
Ghost wipes.
Dude, so many ghost wipes.
Dude, ghost wipes
I
fucking
don't-
rock.
I don't want to like. I don't want this to get off the rails. But dude, I went to the bathroom earlier, and it was the most impressive log you've ever seen.
Are you still talking straight ones?
Dude,
Or
it
just
was like yeah,
Curly Q.
No.
Is there anything wrong with the curly Q? Is this supposed to be a straight log?
I don't think it's. I think it's all about physics. If it's got like a little curvature to it.
I like
If
when,
it's like really thin, I don't think you want that.
my favorite log is when you get like the Loch Ness Monster log. Like it's just like the top just peeking out because you had a really long one. You know what I mean?
That was today.
That's
dude.
a pretty
Yo, but I
healthy
will
dump.
say, I felt like I was getting stretched out.
Oh, I see. I don't like that because then the hemorrhoids can start happening.
That is true.
So you got to be careful.
Once I was free of it, I was like, God damn, I feel amazing.
You're like, ooh,
Yeah, straight up.
yeah, yeah. It's a good feeling, man. The shit shower shave like combo is like something unmatched. If you're a man out there, I guess you can be a woman and shit shower shave too.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm just saying there's something about cleaning the face up and feeling like clean again. But you probably have that same feeling if you're always shaving like your pits and your tits and your legs. Probably feels that same way. It feels like a blanket's taken off.
Yeah, I mean, everyone should take fiber. Everyone should take it.
Long story short, if you're not taking fiber,
Dude,
you're fucking up.
my stomach feels better. Well, dude, I definitely feel. I've been reading so much about. It seems like seemingly everyone has colon cancer.
I mean, Mr. Biden has it, right?
I don't know. Is he dead? He's certainly dead.
His replacement got it.
I think he's dead, man.
He's dead. It'll come out in a few more weeks.
Well, I mean, when's the last time you saw him?
I saw like a video of him, but you can never know with AI, dude. A lot of my clips now that I'm seeing is like AI, and it's like an AI. AI thinks a white chick who drives this car is like, and or like I get like dogs jumping off a diving board, and I'm like, oh, this is crazy. And I start to watch it, but I'm like, can't watch it too much because I'll get all this AI. But back to Biden, it could be AI. Who fucking knows? He might be dead and have colon cancer. But yeah, everyone's got a little. That's scary thing, dude. The colon cancer.
Yeah,
I don't know.
It just seems like everybody has it, so I'm like, oh man, I'm too lazy to have cancer because I would just be like,
Yep, 6 months left to live.
yeah, I think I would just be like, I'm not doing the treatment, man.
Yeah, how do you get screened for that colon cancer? Is it the
I think you gotta have
colonoscopy?
something. Yeah, I think
or is
it
there other tells? That's the other thing. Is like I wish it was like, oh, you have cancer if X, Y, and Z. And you're like, all right, great. Well, I don't
think
have
cancer
this, I'm good.
probably shows up in your blood, but I don't know if it says like
Which
you have-
kind?
yeah, I'm
Oh,
sure
you-
it's like you have like there's signs that you have cancer.
And you have the healthiest blood alive. So
I
that's
have
fine.
pure blood. I'm selling it. It's a pretty penny, but
Do you know what type you have?
you know what? No,
I don't
should
know
check.
either. I always want to remember, and I always forget because they can tell you. I think, but they have to either test for it or it's on the paperwork and they ask. But
I think you're supposed to know.
you're definitely supposed to know. I feel like you're supposed to know at a young age too, or like at least your parents supposed to know. But no one knows my blood.
I mean, if they want us to know, they should.
But you ever see like a movie and everyone knows their blood type? Like, do you know what blood type he is? They're like, he's A positive.
Yeah, but
I don't know that.
if we should know, they should send us something in the mail. They should. You know how often I get texts and emails being like, "You're not registered to vote."
Oh,
I'm like, yeah, bitch. What the fuck is it to you? Stop trying to make me vote. I'm not voting ever again.
did I tell you I got out of jury duty the other day?
No, what'd you do? Say the N-word?
I sent him the podcast.
You were like, I mean, I'll come, but if he's
come.
black, he's guilty as far as I'm concerned.
No, I got signed up for it last year, and I didn't even think about it. And then this year, I got signed up again for like another thing in the mail to come. And I was reading on the website, it was like, hey, if you got selected and you didn't have to come in, you're good for 3 years. And I was like, wait a second, I got asked to come last year.
My cat's screaming. I was.
It sounds like a TV. Come on down. And I got in the literal 11th hour. It was like the office closed at like 4:30, and I'm just calling the office at 4. I'm like trying to get through to a person. I got through to a person. I was like, hey, like, and I'm just like pleading my case to them, and they're just like, well, this is pretty late. And I was like, yeah, I know. And they're like, all right, you're excused. I was like, fuck yeah. So I didn't have to go to Camden, luckily. But I'm not opposed to going, but I'm just trying to follow the rules. You know, it said I was good for 3 years.
I've only ever been selected once, and I went online to like confirm it or whatever you do, and I don't even know what I selected, but it was like, we're good.
We don't want your kind.
Yeah, and I couldn't figure out what it was, but I was like, I'm not gonna complain because I don't want to do it, but
hack the fucking system. The thing is, I'm down to do it.
Dude, I'd be an incredible juror.
Yeah, I just didn't want to do it. Like, I started getting like, I got nervous the night before. I was like, dude, it felt like the first day of school. Like, I was like, I don't know where I have to go. I have to get there early. I'm gonna miss it. I was like starting to like kind of freak out in my brain, and I was like, wait, I've already been there. So I just got excused. They don't want me. They don't want a retarded guy on the fucking stand.
They're just like,
oh god. Is this rain?
Can you repeat the part about how you strangled her? I just need clarification on you did it or somebody else did it.
Are you like simple Jack or are you like Rayman? Because like if you're one way, we'll take you, but if you're the other way, I think we gotta unfortunately cut you loose.
I mean, dude, it is a little scary. Like, I can't think of a better system because otherwise it's just like lawyers and judges being like, you're guilty, throw him in jail.
Yeah. Here's my degree.
And that's pretty flawed. So like the jury system, but man, they really are usually the dumbest people alive.
Yeah. I just mostly didn't want to go to Camden. I think if it was a different section of the Jersey, I'd be down. I was like, I gotta find
How far are they allowed to send you?
I don't know. That's a good question. Well, I was reading on it, and there's a few different ones I could have gone to. If there was one closer to my house, I'd been like, oh, there's a parking lot there. I can just park and just walk in. But this is like, you have to find parking. You have to find the building. You have to go probably up the stairs. Probably after a million questions, and everyone's
in the aquarium.
Oh, that'd be sick. But everyone's gonna be like kind of rude to you, right, on your quest to find the door, and they'll be like, oh, it's over there, and then it's like,
dude,
I don't
they
want
should treat
that.
you like a king.
That's what I'm saying. Roll out the red carpet.
Someone's
smoothie on the
life
way.
is in my hands. I like we're acting like every case you get caught in a jury is a death sentence case.
I was a petite juror, so I think that's like something small. And I think a grand juror is like skinny and skinny-licious. I won't even be able to fit in the seat. God damn it, this guy's too big,
dude.
But I got out of it luckily, so I don't really have a story to tell about that. But I'm kind of glad I don't have a story to tell. But yeah, I'm not even. The reason I brought that up is because I'm not even registered to vote in PA or in New Jersey. So I'm like, how? That's weird. I'm like in the system so much. They keep pulling my name.
It's probably connected to your license.
That's true. Oh, fuck, I got to renew my license. I meant to do that today. Oh, there's like 3 things I keep remembering to do, and I just can't remember to do them.
Yeah, same, honestly. I have a number of them. One is filing my taxes from 2 years ago.
Yeah, well.
I got a thing in the mail that was like, you should file your taxes for 2023. And I was like,
I should.
Well, the person responsible for doing it just didn't do it, so. And you might be saying, I think you're the person responsible.
But that's why you pay a person to be responsible.
Well, we do pay a person.
That's what I'm saying. That's why I should be filing.
Yeah, I need to hit that person up. Because my taxes this year still aren't done either, so.
Mine aren't either. They're like, well, they're kind of done. I don't know. It's stupid, dude.
It's stupid.
It's so dumb. Don't get rid of it. More juring, less taxes.
We're paying taxes. We didn't pay 2024 taxes yet because we don't want to fund alligator Alcatraz. They gotta stop calling it that. They gotta stop calling it that.
That's insane, right?
Well, people are trying to talk about it in a serious way, and they're referring it to as that. I'm like, don't call it that.
Also, they're just like, why does anyone think that's a good idea? Like,
I mean, nobody thinks it's a good idea.
but like, how is it like even being? How did it get this far that they're trying to make that a thing? Like, I mean, Florida, come on, man. I guess that's a state to do it in, right? A pretty red state these days. That or Texas.
I mean, anything kind of goes in either of those places, but
we don't need that.
No, we don't need that.
I'd rather put, what is it? The shark with the laser beam. Let's do that.
Dude, sharks are freaking laser beams on their head? Oh, my God.
Now that
I've been dreaming about that since like 1997 or whenever the first Austin Powers came out.
Now, if he hit us with that, it's like, all right, we're gonna build this prison, and they're gonna have laser beams.
I would vote for him.
I'd be like, all right, that's kind of tight, yeah.
If he's doing the fucking Dr. Evil thing, I'm yo, imagine Trump had a mini-me.
That would be so awesome.
That's got to be a sketch, dude, that exists. Trump with his mini-me.
Not a VP, not nothing of that. Just like him.
Just another
and
him, but
he just
small.
has a mini-me like next to him. No title, just a mini-me.
So awesome.
And he like kind of like he'll be talking, and then kind of ask his mini-me, and he'll be like, you know what? I think we should do this.
Like,
he slaps.
did you
him
ever
and
see the
stuff.
movie The Island of Dr. Moreau?
I don't think so.
He has like the guy that plays Dr. Moreau has like this little guy, like this little creature guy that he's like. It's like his little. I actually think that the mini-me character is inspired by this little guy.
Monroe Island. Let me see. Is it an old movie?
So there is an old one, but there's one with Val Kilmer in it. That's like one of the most cursed movies ever. Like,
okay, no,
I loved it when I was younger, which is so crazy.
Never seen it actually.
But like the director gets like kicked off. There's a documentary about it because it's so nuts.
Mm-hmm.
The director is like this guy that made a couple like lower budget movies, and he like somehow got this movie to be funded and get made, and got like Marlon Brando's like starring in it, and he plays Dr. Moreau, and Val Kilmer's in it, and all this stuff happens, and the director like loses his fucking mind and gets fired off the movie.
And they have someone come in.
They have some other guy, and the movie like is like a. Again, when I was young, because all there are, I love disgusting creatures and weird guys, and that's all the movie is.
Yeah,
It's like these
fun.
like mutated animal people,
And they all live on the island.
Yeah.
They don't like hunt them. There's definitely a what is the movie of like? It's kind of like people go to an island and they all get hunted, and it's not
The Greatest Game.
Is it The Greatest Game?
Yeah.
People are probably like, oh, it's going with the catnip or whatever, Katniss or. I can't think of the movie.
Hunger Games.
Yeah, it's Hunger Games. No, it's not Hunger Games. I know what that movie is, but it's like an older movie and it's kind of based around that. And I think they have like a South Park episode about it.
If not The Greatest Game, it's definitely based on The Greatest Game.
Yeah, The Greatest Game.
Because there's like a rich guy that has people come to the island
Yes.
to compete for blah, blah, blah.
Yep.
And then they find out that they're just being hunted.
Hunted. Yeah.
Yeah.
And there's a few movies that obviously take from that.
Yeah.
Like the menu's
there's
kind of like
like-
that. I mean, it's a fun
There's
scenario.
2 movies that came out the same year.
Mm-hmm.
One is called Ready or Not. The other one is called,
Ready or not?
I forget, something very similar. And it's about exactly that.
They should have these are great ideas for an actual prison camp. You know, you get a guy on an island and he gets to hunt these prisoners. Make it a little more fun. We're really coming up with good ideas. Not alligator, Alcatraz.
I think the bigger issue is that that they're having prisoners. They're just locking up.
And it's not like, is it the concentration? I forget if it's more based off that, like illegal immigrants.
I think it is if my understanding is correct, which it probably isn't, it's remember they were like rounding up all the Mexican gang members? And they were like putting them in one place.
Okay.
I think it's that, but I don't know. Maybe it's just where they're putting all the immigrants, but I don't
think it's right.
That seems like it would have to be enormous. Because they seem to be rounding up an awful lot of people.
There is really nothing down there between like Naples and Miami. Like in that stretch there's alligators. But what I don't like about it is then you're displacing the wildlife. I don't like that. They're there for a reason.
Well, they're feeding the wildlife because they're feeding prisoners to the gators.
Oh fuck, man! The DT, he's a fucking not a libertarian.
He's a conservationist.
He is a conservationist. There he is.
He thinks that conservative and conservationist are the same thing.
David. He'll be on the next David Attenborough special.
Oh yeah, dude! I can't believe he's still alive. That's like nuts.
Any day, like, dude, I wait for his obituary to come. I wait for Beep Van Beep or whatever to come. Dick Van Dyke, his obituary to come. There's a few that I'm like,
but
why
David Attenborough is still working. Like, can you imagine being that old and just being like, yeah, I'll narrate another documentary. Why not?
Dead ass. If I'm 99 and someone's like, you want to go on tour? I'm going to be like, no.
Well, going on tour is way harder than reading.
Okay,
I
meant like I guess more to like play a show. I'd be like, dude, I'm old as
dude. If I'm
fuck.
99, I think if someone was like, "Do you want to be interviewed for a documentary?" I'd be like, "No, man. I just want to sit here and look out the window."
There's some pretty birds to look at today.
Yeah, I just want
my eye
to
on.
wait to die.
Yeah, leave me in peace, man. I don't want to be hot. I don't want to be cold. Just keep me happy, and then I'm out.
Yo, did you watch the Travis Scott documentary?
Travis
The
Scott?
Astro World documentary?
No, I would watch that.
It seems like to be a bit of it was.
What's it on?
I mean, it was on Netflix.
Okay.
It came out like probably a month or two ago, so it's kind of like died down. This is honestly old news.
Yeah.
But it seemed to be a little bit sensational. I mean, which is crazy because it happened years ago.
Astro World, yeah. What 20 like right after COVID, right?
It was like, yo, the documentary says it was 2021, which I guess I don't doubt, but I'm like, I don't remember there being festivals allowed to be happening in 2021.
I mean, maybe festivals or outside shows are only happening because of it summer.
I know, but there's like thousands of people there.
Because what was it, Cactus Jack too? He did that whole campaign during it. He's kind of a trendsetter, dude. Imagine McDonald's giving you your own line, dude. That's tight, dude.
I don't know. They do it for everybody now.
Do they?
Kind of.
Sabrina Carpenter, she's got Duncan wrapped around her finger.
She got Duncan.
Yeah.
Which is kind of honestly, I kind of can't believe that she went for a Duncan collab.
I love it though. It's
Me too.
kind of trashy.
Duncan's pretty trashy.
It's awesome.
Her drink sounds disgusting.
Dude, I can't.
I don't even know if they still have it.
Yeah, I don't know. Actually, they might not.
I don't even look at the menu when I go to Duncan.
Well, I just do a cold brew, black cold brew. I do a small.
I say I'll have a medium iced coffee with 1 cream and a shot of espresso, please.
That sounds pretty good.
That's my signature drink. They should put my name on the menu.
The shot of espresso is like a little like hack.
Dude, it makes it
much
taste
better.
so much better.
It makes it much better.
It's like the only. I mean,
if you're not doing that, everyone.
because I know when they don't. Sometimes they'll give it to me, and I don't know if they forget or if they just think I'm not going to notice they didn't put the espresso in it. But I'm like, this sucks.
Yeah.
I know you didn't put the espresso in it because otherwise it would be drinkable, and now it's not.
Just back up. Like, hold up, buddy.
Yeah, hold on.
You throw this espresso shot in
Nah,
there.
the only time I give my drink back to them is when I ask. So I ask for 1 cream, and it's supposed to be like
a mocha.
It's supposed to be brown.
Yeah,
like,
yeah. I mean, I know.
like a dark golden brown, and
it's like a milkshake.
yeah, dude, sometimes it's white, and I'm like, bro, I said 1 cream.
Whiter than these pants I'm wearing.
And the one close to you, I went there once, and the guy was like, yeah, that's 1 cream, and I was like, brother. Obviously, it's not, or else I wouldn't have.
I'm saving you money.
Like I was just like, I don't know what to do here because I don't want to sit here and argue with you and make you make me a drink again. But I'm also like, what am I, a fucking asshole? Like, if this is 1 cream, what's 3 creams, which is the normal amount they put in there?
And you're not gonna drink it then. At that
That's
point,
that's the thing. I'm just like, I'll just
of
leave this with you then. How about that? You can have it.
Yeah.
You can have your 1 creamed.
Like cream, right? Like I want to be like, think of like the little package you get at the diner. Like that's a little cream, you know?
Well,
that's it.
They measure it out somehow because usually when I ask for 1 cream, it's the same color every single time. So this guy was, I don't know if he was new or what, but that's the only time I'll ever be like, dude, I can't drink this.
It's impossible, dude. Not having coffee the right way kind of can fuck everything up in your day.
That's the thing. I would rather than just give it to me black and just be like, they forgot the cream.
Yeah.
I would literally not. I would just accept that.
Yeah.
Because I don't mind drinking it like that, but I'm just like, too much cream is. I don't want that. I don't like that.
Yeah, I don't know.
That's not coffee anymore. That's milk, brother.
Yeah, I'm having.
You give me sour milk. Thanks.
Yeah,
Thanks for this. But the Travis Scott documentary.
Yeah. Sorry to get back on track. Dead. I
don't like when these things come out and they blame the person.
Oh,
like, dude,
okay,
I don't know the guy. Obviously, I'm not going to sit here and defend him, but I'm just like,
is this
why is it his fault? Because people died at it.
That's what I'm saying. This is when someone died.
Because it was poorly planned, but it's like, it was a Live Nation event. It's fully on them. Like, Travis Scott doesn't plan the safety protocols of a festival.
Yeah.
And the people in the documentary are like, well, he was told to stop. And it's like, if you watch the documentary, it's very clearly like he had no idea what was happening.
I feel like you wouldn't have any idea because you're playing a show. Lights aren't like you don't see the audience. You can't see shit,
dude. And then they're
you have
like,
in-ears in.
People are only 20 feet away from him. I'm like, and he does stop at one point. He's like, "Yo, somebody passed out. Somebody passed out," and they're like, get taken away, and then they start the show back up again. And at this point, like people were already getting fucked up, but they told him in his in-ears that they were like telling him like, "Hey, there are issues or something."
Yeah.
And they're like, "Don't stop yet." And then by the time they told him to stop, he did stop. Yeah, but I'm just like, yo, you can't put it on that guy. It's crazy how many people were blaming him in the thing. And I'm like, that's a stretch, man.
That's his team's fault.
Like, yo, all blame should be put on Live Nation. One, because fuck Live Nation. And two, because it's provably their fault. Like I don't know why.
If you go to like a Lakers game and you fall down the stairs or you hurt yourself, you're not gonna be like, it's LeBron's fault. He's paying.
Well, some white people might say that.
Shut up and dribble.
Shut up and dribble.
Yeah.
I was distracted by him speaking Chinese.
But you know what I'm trying to say? It's just that's crazy to blame it on him.
Well, some people were like, it's his fest. His name was attached to it. He's responsible. I'm like, dude, no, he's not.
It's the company.
No, he's not. Because, like, if we threw a festival and we headlined it.
Quit your band.
Quit your band. They would not be, like, showing us the fucking layout of the festival and being like, so do you see any issues safety-wise with, like, this layout or, like, people coming? Because they explained in the documentary, like, a big part of it was because Travis Scott had his own stage. Like, the whole day happened, and then he headlined the thing on a stage that was unused all day. So he had a designated stage just for him.
Which sounds sick.
So they're like, they didn't plan on the amount of people that are going to rush over from the other stages when it's time for his set.
Okay, and that's what...
And I'm just like...
That seems on them, man.
Why would he know that?
He wouldn't.
Like, yo, when we play shows, they don't ask us, like, hey, is this safe for your guys' fans? It's like, no, because why would we know?
Yeah, we're not
event planners.
Yeah.
We're fucking dumbasses that show, like, we don't have normal jobs because this is what we do. Well, you actually do have a normal job, but I don't, and it's because this is all we can do.
Yeah, it's not up to us. If it was, it would be even worse to try to plan a whole event and try to play and try to do, like, you need outside sources, and it's their fault. It's their fault. Dude, it's like you don't blame, it's Ticketmaster's fault for charging the fucking fees and bullshit like that. So it sucks. That's terrible. So does he get in like legal trouble?
Yeah.
Travis
I don't know if he got it. So I
crazy.
think there's still like a case ongoing. The families are trying to like sue Travis Scott, or maybe they're trying to sue Live Nation. I mean, the problem is no one has answered for it, and Live Nation fully should have been in hot water because of it. But
100%.
Travis Scott has nothing to do with it.
That's nuts.
Other than the fact that it was his curated fest and he was playing when it happened. But it was just like a poorly planned event.
Yeah. That's not on him. If you want my legal...
Free Travis Scott.
We need to free him. And Diddy, on the other hand...
He was acquitted of a lot of charges today. Did you see that?
Was he actually? Is that breaking news?
The big ones. Yeah, by the time this one comes out, everyone will be like, yeah, we know that. Yeah, today he was acquitted of like sex trafficking. He was acquitted of... He's still... Yes. Diddy, round of applause for Diddy.
Yeah.
He was acquitted of like the major things, but then he still has ongoing stuff with like, I forget. They are trying to pursue him like crossing state lines with women for the purpose of prostitution. And
the state lines will get you.
But that's the kind of thing where I'm like, I don't know if you guys got him, because that's probably a thing that occurs with the average Joe. Like, I don't know if that's as nefarious as...
That seems like a fine or like something they can
I don't think that's probably uncommon with people that have money that are just like, yo, I'm coming to the party, boys, and I'm bringing hoes.
Yeah, Diddy, fuck yeah.
So like...
They're not underage, are they?
So there is other stuff that he's getting sort of like they're still pursuing. One of the things is underage.
That's the one I was looking for.
Underage affairs.
Yeah, well, if that's the case, then.
But I don't know.
We don't know if Diddy. Diddled.
Apparently the big stuff he was acquitted of.
It does not help his case that his name's Diddy, and like if he diddled kids, it just like it works.
I mean, I don't think it helps his case that there's a very clear video of him beating the shit out of his girlfriend.
No, that I can like.
It's like, and then violently dragging her back to the room. Like
I
that's
can like vividly see that video.
They probably played that shit in court 200 times.
Yeah, like and rewind this one.
Every time his lawyer speaks, they're like, "All right, well to follow that up, we're just gonna play the video again, and just remind you that what this guy's like." Yeah. So like that certainly doesn't help. But yeah, he was acquitted of a lot of the big stuff, which I'll be honest, I could have seen coming.
After just watching the doc.
Dude, I really am bothered by the fact, because a similar thing happens in that doc where he throws like a local rap festival thing and people died, people got crushed.
Not cool.
But they're blaming it on him. I'm like, what does he have to do with it?
Nothing.
Just say you're mad that he's a bad guy. Yeah. Like, you don't have to be like, in 1989, he threw a rap festival and people died and it's his fault. Like, that's kind of irrelevant. So
you're telling me this isn't the first time? Travis wasn't the first time it happened, you know? It happens a lot.
He's aping Diddy. Okay. He's trying to be Diddy.
He's trying to become the next Diddy.
I love that idea of Travis Scott not knowing about any of the accusations against him and be like, man, I'm trying to be like Diddy.
He's got it all together. He's a billionaire.
Yeah, oh man, Diddy's on top of the world, man.
I'm gonna be just like Diddy when I grow up.
Dude, I might be done with video games.
Wow.
I beat the Star Wars game, and I'm just like, I go through like the online PlayStation store looking for a new game.
Nothing on there.
Dude,
there's nothing on the Xbox One. There's nothing.
Everybody talks about how they like Death Stranding 2. Death Stranding 2 just came out. But like, I watched the trailer for the game, which is literally 10 minutes long.
That's crazy.
And I can't make heads or tails of what happens in this game.
See, that like part of playing a video game for me is the excitement leading up to it. Like being like, I love this story. I love the idea of this. I just want to get trapped in this world. So if it doesn't grab me watching the trailer, I'm just like, how am I going to spend so much time trying to play this video game?
I just don't know what you do in the game. Like, it's literally the trailer is like, there's a little bit of like...
What's it called? Death Stranding?
Death Stranding.
Is it only a PS game?
I don't think so, but maybe.
But
it's the first one came out probably in like 2020, maybe 2021.
Okay, yeah, I've seen this guy before.
Yeah.
He looks like the guy from... Is it the guy from Walking Dead? Okay.
But people loved the first one. I don't know. But the second one just came out, and people are loving it, but the whole trailer, there's like a little cinematic stuff in the beginning, and then there's like 6 minutes of that guy just walking around. Like, he's just like literally, it's like post-apocalyptic.
Okay.
So there's just nothing. He's literally just like him walking around, like towing like a couple wagons. He has like a baby attached to his chest for some reason, and he's like, it seems like you just deliver stuff. I don't know. I was reading because I looked it up. I was like, what is the objective of this game? And it was like, oh, you're basically trying to like make connections with people and like deliver. You're like a courier, and then you like.
I could just get a job.
It says there's like creatures and stuff that you have to fight and like people, but the trailer doesn't show any of that.
That's weird.
So I'm like, I don't know if I want to spend $60-$70 on this game that is very well reviewed, but
there's, I mean, like The Witcher, I can never get into it, and it's very well reviewed.
I hate that fucking game.
Yeah, that's how I feel about that. So it's like, I don't know if I can trust it. Sometimes I can't look at the metrics. Sometimes it's like a Kismet thing for me where I just love the game, and it just happens to be a high-rated game. You know?
Yeah. The only person I know that I've like talked to, maybe not the second one, but the first Death Stranding is Joey's brother, and he like loves it. But I'm like, I don't know would he love Red Dead 2? Because if somebody loved Red Dead 2 and they're like, oh yeah, I love Red Dead 2, I love Death Stranding, I'd be like, all right, I'm listening.
Up my alley.
But dude, I can't even play Red Dead anymore.
I mean, you played the hell out of it.
I do.
You did it all, dude.
I beat the Star Wars game and I fired it up and I was just like, I'm already bored.
It's
man.
time for a new one. I know they're making GTA. It's time. It's just time for a new one, man. Because like, I mean, remember being a kid and just like you play a game next year, the next series comes out. You're like, you have to wait like 2 years, and you're like,
Everything is like that. Movies,
forever.
shows.
oh yeah, they're like, I mean, don't get it started on the Stranger Things, but it's like,
Oh, dude, I've been
in 10
clamoring for the last season, man.
I just watched Squid Games.
Oh God,
I just finished that.
How was it?
It was fine. It wasn't to be honest, I saw a lot of discourse online saying it was terrible. Like, you know, the horse drawing of like, it's like 3 segments, and like the front is great, and or like the back is great, the middle's great, and then the front is like this kid drawing of a horse.
Yeah.
It was fine. It ended good. Like, I was happy with it. Sure, whatever. End it. They could they weren't speaking much English though, so that was tough. But what can you do? You know, what can you do? But it was fine. I stayed up. I had a little. I'm getting back into. Never mind. I don't want to get into it, but some sort of nerdy game. But I was like chilling on my computer, just watching it last night, just kind of having a little late night Jake time, just chilling in the office. Dude. It was kind of nice, dude.
I don't go to bed late anymore.
That was the latest I've stayed up in a long time. I stayed up to 1, just like posted up in my computer. Just doing stuff on my table, watching, you know, a little screen. It was nice. It was really comfy.
I mean, it's not really I don't like it as much anymore, but I used to love staying up late.
It is fun because no one's like, no one can really bother you.
Dude, everyone's just like asleep. You're just sort of like,
no texts are coming through.
Maybe I'll eat a little snack. Maybe I'll drink a soda pop.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll have a smoke.
Easy.
Have another smoke, maybe. Maybe I'll play a video game. Maybe I'll watch a show.
You can't really play like guitar, you know. That's the only kind of like downside to it. You can't make too much noise.
Yeah.
That's how I feel. I'm like, I gotta be a little like a mouse, but I'm just kind of like a shadow in the night. You know, I'm just kind of cruising around.
Yeah, you can't do much loud stuff, but I don't really do that much loud stuff anyway.
I mean, the most I do is probably play guitar. Or
Yeah.
Like if I start like humming something, that's when it gets too loud. But yeah, I was late as I stayed up in a long time. But it was nice. I probably won't do it tonight. But who knows, dude? Maybe I'm changing my ways. I like getting in bed nice and early though, because I've been waking up early and drinking coffee.
Well, my fucking stupid cats wake me up at 6:30 now, so fucking bullshit.
That ain't good. So you think you're done with video games?
Dude, I don't know what else to do. Like, there aren't any that I'm really interested in. I mean, even the Star Wars game I was playing begrudgingly. I was like, I don't even really like this that much.
But you can put the controller down, pick something else up for the time being, you know? You get into like a knife making or something.
So
weird.
that, realistically, I think not playing video games is not a bad thing at all.
No.
I think it's probably for the best. However, I do like having the option to play video games because sometimes I get in these moods where I'm just like, I don't really know what to do with myself. Like, nothing really sounds like, I'm just like, I don't really want to do that, but I don't want to do that either. And video games, I can just like play it and my mind is off.
Yeah, that's what's the best part.
I think it's like a similar to what a lot of people get out of reality TV, or at least what they say, even though I think they're more invested than they claim they are. Because people are like, you can just turn your brain off. I'm like, I don't think you do.
No, you're like kind of like plotting the.
I feel like if you're just turning your brain off and you're just like, that's what I do with like a show or movie I've seen a million times. That's what I'll do with Jurassic Park 1 if I'm doing something else.
Yeah, because you can almost play it in your head.
Yeah.
Not even watching it. Like,
so I'm just like, it can just be on. Like, I've seen it so many times.
Well, I think with reality TV is you can kind of not pay attention for like 10 minutes and like hop back in and be like, oh, they're fighting with each other still? Okay. And like,
I don't get that,
kind of piece the parts together if you don't watch it for a bit. Because a lot of it's just like talking at the camera.
Yeah, but if you're not paying attention, why would you watch anything?
I don't know. Why do people watch the podcast? To look at our beautiful faces. You know?
I mean,
hot guys.
We're so fucking interesting that people are like, I got to hear what they're talking about.
I got to tap it every week. Dude.
I got to hear what they're talking about.
They missed 2 weeks in a row. I'm fiending for it. I need it. I need these guys.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. Eventually, a video game will come along, and they got to make one that never ends.
is coming. It's
well,
coming.
Dude, they keep extending the stuff online, but I don't want to play online. That's the problem.
Yeah, but I think it's coming. I think it's coming where you can kind of it will be interesting enough, and they can make up new avenues, and you can
New
just kinda-
seasons. Like, just be like, hey,
Yeah.
there's a new storyline that was just added to Red Dead.
That'd be great.
Boom, download it right away. I'd pay fucking $200 for it. I don't care.
Yeah, so that would be great. And I don't think that would be that crazy because they do that.
They did it with
basically
Skyrim.
online.
They added a whole like third to the game
Oh yeah, I never
a few years
played
ago.
it.
I did, and it was fun, and I've played that game a million times.
I was thinking about bopping into that game because I was playing Oblivion, or tried to play Oblivion, and then
The remaster.
Yeah, it looks
See,
great.
I thought about downloading that, but I was like,
It's not the same, man. It's not the same. I think I just like Skyrim. I don't think I like Elder Scrolls. I think I just like Skyrim. I just like dragons. I like the armor.
well, have you played Fallout?
I like Fallout. I played Fallout 4, I believe, and I liked it. And I played another one.
Same, I think.
I started playing New Vegas. It wasn't the same, but Fallout 4 was really good. I had a good time playing that. But I went back to replay, and I just didn't. I was like, I don't feel like starting over.
If only StarQuest.
Yeah.
Was that Starfield? If only
Only
Starfield
StarQuest.
was. If only Starfield was cool. Lived up to the hype.
That would. I mean, yeah, that was supposed to be the game that I was gonna just kind of just dive into
Dude.
and explore every freaking planet and have a cool spaceship.
How
and
long
just,
do you think it took them to make that game? Because
they say 20 years?
no way.
Yeah. It's
Well,
like,
nobody plays it now.
There was something online that took them a long time because they I don't know if it was a lack of technology or resources to make it, but I'm pretty sure it took over a decade to make that game.
That's fucking stupid.
And I think the tagline was like, "Oh, it took 20 years to," or it was like in development for 20 years, kind of thing. Like, how do we do this? Can we do this?
They shouldn't have done it.
Should have done it.
Or they should have done it goddamn right and put some fucking aliens in the
Yeah,
thing.
it wasn't
That's
ready. It was too.
truly all they needed to do was add aliens.
Aliens would be awesome, but also the game just felt too empty too. It didn't feel like enough things were happening. It was like it seemed undone. It seemed like more of a test and a demo.
I mean, you could just like cruise or like just walk around a planet for like endlessly.
Yeah, and they were
And
trying
there
to.
wouldn't really be anything.
They were trying to say, "Oh, that's by design." That's like, that's not by design.
That's your design is bad.
Like, well, we wanted to see, and it's like, oh, I don't want to cruise. I want to have a little rover guy that I scoot around on, and then I see this thing over there, and I explore it, and I can have a whole crew.
And aliens.
But most importantly, aliens.
Like truly, that was on
Yeah.
because it was kind of fun when you would go to like you would go to like an abandoned whatever, and there would be like, you know, like raider guys on it or whatever,
Yeah.
and they would attack you. That was kind of
That's
fun.
fun.
But I was like, be cooler if they're like aliens,
Raider aliens.
dude. Just like you just like go to this planet and you like talk to this alien and you befriend you befriend him, and then he's like, oh, we got to go see so and so, and they're a different kind of alien, and
There's like a little tip of the hat to Star Wars, but nothing.
dude, just
too-
like why travel throughout space and it's just a bunch of people you
Yeah.
interact
Oh,
with?
great, a
That's
white person.
stupid. Like, dude, exactly. It was just like, I don't know,
It's
man.
like
This is dumb. Like,
No, it's kind of like if you go to like Japan and you're like, I want to go to this authentic place, and you show up and it's just like a white dude running it, and there's just a bunch of tourists.
That would
there.
fucking
You're like,
piss me
this
off.
sucks. I traveled halfway around the world, and this is what I get.
but imagine Skyrim. Everyone's the same. They're all Nords.
Yeah, that would suck because the best part of the game was to run into a Khajiit or something.
Yeah, dude. A
or-
fucking Argonian tries to hold you up sticks you up, comes out from behind the bridge and is like, "Give me everything you got," and then you ice his ass. If that was just some other guy, that wouldn't even be a fun game.
Yeah, it would suck.
It'd suck.
But a nice dark elf. Oof. I didn't make a dark elf when I made my character in Oblivion. I feel like I made something I think that could breathe underwater, possibly.
Argonians can breathe underwater.
I think I made an Argonian now that I think about it. Yeah. I thought it was cool.
Good choice.
Yeah, but again, didn't play it long enough to really dive into the game. But I like the backstory. It'd be nice to know the backstory of Oblivion to understand Skyrim. Like, maybe I should just sit down and make myself play it so I can play through the games and have a nice journey.
I don't know if I can replay Skyrim either.
It's been so long. I think I could replay Skyrim, but I don't think I would want to grind it out like I did as a early 20-year-old guy.
I mean,
because it was fun to grind out and get the dragon scale. I had a good time about that.
yeah, I mean, the game was fun, but that's another game I've played a million times.
They don't make them like they used to. They don't churn them out like they used to. Did they fire someone? Did someone like get in trouble and they don't have the guy anymore?
I mean, I
to make
feel
the
like
cool
they
games?
kind of. My thing is, they were churning out those Batman games, and I love them. And I'm like,
yeah, you would play them.
why'd they stop making those?
Like, we only get like 5 people playing these games.
Dude, that's not true though. I feel like they won Game of the Year like every single time one came out.
I mean, it's a cool idea. It's also such a story that works so well in a video game.
It's so easy. Like they could just make 2 of those a year. I feel like.
You don't think we get a little like Marvel-fied? You'd be like, this kind of sucks.
No.
Oh.
As long as I didn't change too much.
True.
Because all of those games are like they just get a little better with each one. So like they would add features or gadgets like or something like that, or like a new thing that Batman could do. Same thing with the Spider-Man games, but those are just kind of annoying.
Yeah, it sucks
which sucks because the combat in those games is so fun.
Just swinging around the city sounds fun, but
it is pretty awesome. But
it's
every character's annoying.
Yeah, I don't like that. We're doomed. I think that ultimately we're doomed. I think so.
Yeah.
We got to come up with something brand new, something
Dude,
fresh.
We should get shirts made. I used to be a gamer on the back.
Yo.
I used to be a gamer. ...
Maybe if they get into like reading books or something, or what's that shit that people like, hentai or I don't know. I don't want to.
Well, hentai is
that's
anime porn.
Yeah, that's girls with boobies. That's what sounds a little more enticing.
Yeah.
I don't
like anime. I don't like manga.
Manga. Yeah, that's the word. Manga.
I do like to read, but I have a really hard time making at the woods.
You have a hard time paying attention.
No, that's the thing. Like I'll read like 4 pages and be like, dude, I've just been thinking about other stuff. I've been reading but not taking any of this in. So I got to flip back and then read it again and hope that I pay attention.
So I always thought that was just a me problem. Like being in school and like everyone's read the 3 pages and I'm like, damn, I'm not even a paragraph in, and I started thinking about something else completely. And then I was like, maybe people are just lying. But no, people can read fast. It sucks.
Yeah, I don't know if I read that slow as much as I just like I have to go back because I'm like I wasn't paying attention.
What happened here? That's did you ever do an audiobook?
You know, I want to get into them, but I don't know the best way to do it. I guess you just have to sign up for Audible or something.
Yeah, use our promo code.
It seems expensive, and you still have to pay for the books. That's the thing that I don't really understand.
Oh, really?
You pay a monthly fee for the service, but then it's not like the books are free. You still have to pay for the books.
You should get the books for free. That's why you're paying the service for. It's like Spotify.
I would assume.
At least like maybe you can have like 3 in your bag at all time that you're reading.
I don't know. Maybe that's how it works.
It doesn't. I think you're right. I feel like
but
other
a dude
people
that I used to work with subscribed to it, and he's like, "Oh yeah, we still got to pay for the books, but like they're discounted." I'm
No
like,
fucking way.
I'll just pay full fucking price. How do I do that? Because I'll do it.
Yeah. I'd rather subscribe to an OnlyFans at that point,
dude.
You know, get more entertainment out of that.
Dude, speaking of, people are always talking about their communities.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think they know what that means.
Community was a show that was on NBC.
Exactly.
With that one dude that used to do the soup.
Joel McHale.
Yeah.
Joel McHale and Chevy Chase and Allison Brie.
Yeah,
and,
like Allison Brie.
That skinny Indian guy, and also
Childish Gambino.
And I think there's a blonde.
The girl from Love.
She is in that show.
Yeah, she is.
Gillian Anderson.
Gillian, that's her name. Gillian Jacobs?
One or the other. Gillian Anderson is from X-Files.
Right. Yeah, that show's got a pretty good cast.
Yeah, I can never get into that show. I know people that used to be like, dude, it's so funny, and I would try to watch it. I'm like, I don't think it is.
It kept getting canned from like it. If it started on NBC, it ended up on like this weird ass.
It had a pretty long run. I feel like
it did. What's Childish Gambino's other name?
Danny Glover.
Danny Glover.
Donald Glover.
Is Danny his dad?
No, they're unrelated.
They could
Donald
be related.
Glover.
That'd be good if they were related.
That'd be good. That'd be great. I love Danny Glover, dude. Freaking Lethal Weapon.
Is he dead?
No, I don't think so. I think he's alive.
Shout out Danny Glover.
Let's Google where to get audiobooks.
Hey, it's gonna be
where to get audiobooks for free.
There's probably a whole Reddit on it. That's
Audible is the first thing that pops up.
What book are you trying to read though? Would you read new books, old books?
All kinds.
Harry Potter?
I mean, dude, if I'm just like, if someone is just reading it for me, I do think you're not allowed to say that you read a book if you listen to the
You gotta say,
the
I listened to that book.
You have to say, I listened to the audio book.
Because it's different.
Because I have noticed people be like, oh, I read this book, and then they will eventually admit that they listened to the audiobook, and I'm like,
different.
That's not, you can't say that you read when you don't read.
Oh, I drive a lot. It's like, okay, that's fine. It's fine that you listened to the audiobook, but you didn't read the book.
I don't think we have to read anymore. Is that crazy to say?
Like children growing up, or just us as
like,
adults?
I think that we have to read enough just in our everyday when we're like scrolling and looking on our, I think we are reading more than we realize. I mean, we're not reading
big words,
books, but I don't think it matters.
In the way the technology works today, I think you're right.
Yeah, like, so in other words, I don't think audiobooks there's anything wrong with it, but I don't think it's fair to say that you read a book. That's crazy.
Yeah. Be honest, everyone.
Don't lie about it.
Be honest and don't lie. And subscribe to the patreon.com/quit your band while you still can. We're posting episodes on there again.
Yeah.
I think we're about almost at an hour anyway. So subscribe that. Come to the shows in the fall. You know what it is.
You know.
We'll be back here, same date, different date, same time, in your feeds. And subscribe to all the things we do. The YouTube channel. Subscribe to the YouTube channel. Why not?
Yeah.
Let's get it up. Let's get it to 4,000. Let's do a campaign. Get it to 4K.
All right. We jumping over to Patreon now?
Jumping over to Patreon. All right. See you, everyone.
Bye.